What's going on, everybody? Welcome again to this awesome channel. Right here we are going to be taking a very beautiful trade using a simple price action techniques that actually work. So anything you've learned about indicator and robot, you have to put them aside and focus on this very strategy. This is a game changer for real, guys. So let me quickly walk you through the chart and then I will take my trade depending on how the market presents itself. This is a very beautiful candle forming. Let's see. I will quickly draw a trend line on this resistance level. And then I will see, probably I might be taking my trade at the end of that current candle, depending on how it closes. So I have my level now. Okay. All right, the levels are drawn. So let's see what happens in the next 15 seconds. How this very candle closes will determine if I'm going to be entering this trade or not. So let us see what happens in a few seconds. So we have okay. All right. The candle didn't close well. So I wouldn't be entering the trade now, but I still have a chance to see what the market does. If the price closes the way I want it to close above the resistance, I am simply going to be taking my trade. Now, let me quickly walk you through some other things that I've put together that made me to see this as a potential trading opportunity so that you can learn and also apply when you trade. So look at the trend, guys. The trend is a beautiful uptrend, right? So it's a beautiful thing to watch that the buyers are very strong. And that being said, we're also having a pullback right here. It's a retracement phase that is looking promising for us. So we have also had a trend line on the very support or resistance, and then we have to see what our price does, how price behaves, and then we can join the buyers when price wants to move up in the future, right? That's all. So we simply see what happens and I will take my trade, and I will be showing you guys the secrets that will differentiate you from these struggling and beginner traders that are yet to hit profitability in the financial market. So while we wait, you want to join us right there in our Telegram channel. We give away all our signals every single day, 100% for free, over 30 signals across 4 trading sessions. So if you have no trading system, you have no trading strategy, but you want to make money from the financial market, you have to join us. All of the signals, like I said, are free and they are easy to use. Anybody without a trading system or a trading strategy can make use of these signals and make money from the financial market. All right, so join us. The link is pinned below in the comment section. I'm waiting to see a breakout right here, a breakout that is reasonable, that is convincing. That's what I want to see for me to enter a trade. I also may have some chance to join the sellers depending on what the market does. Remember that we are trading with price action, so we are going with whatever the market gives. Okay, so we are still yet to have a breakout. We'll see if that breakout shows up. This now is now serving to us like also a good trend line that sellers can also respect. If the level doesn't want to break above now, price can also fall below for a while, at least for 5 minutes. We can also see if we have that chance to also trade that type of trade. All right, so wait to see what happens at the end. We take a trade. I will explain again in detail as usual, so let us wait. So guys, if you pay a close attention to the setup, you will see that this right here was a breakout because the price closed above this trend line that I've drawn, but the breakout is not a good one. You need to understand that not every breakout is worth trading. If you have breakouts that have strong rejections from the resistance, if you are trading like this, you have to avoid the market. It's better not to trade than to throw your money like a gambler. So you can see that at the end of this breakout, the price is falling. This would have been a lost trade if I have entered my trade. I will be showing you guys what type of breakout you need to have to place a trade. And of course, it will be seamless. Once I enter the trade, the price will move very smooth. That is what you need to trade. So we will continue to wait to see if we can have that very breakout. If we can't, we'll trade some other time. But hopefully that breakout comes and I will take that trade. So make sure you don't go anywhere and I'll be back shortly. All right, guys, we have the price moving very strongly on the upside, and I will draw a horizontal level on this very support. I want to see what is happening right here. So this right here is a previous support. I will join the buyers here for 5 minutes, and of course, I will explain why I place this trade. All right, this is not the initial plan, but because we trade with price action, price tends to do whatever it wants to do, right? So when you understand how price action works and you are trading with price action, what happens is that you are able to make any kind of decision you want, depending on what the market is doing. Now, this is why it is dangerous to trade with indicators and all of those robots, because you don't really see what's going on in the market. You are just relying on some lines to cross and some robot to show you indication. But if you understand price action, you can take any trade depending on what the market is doing. Remember that the market conditions are dynamic. Anything is possible. Anything can happen. So knowing how to trade with price action gives you and puts you in charge of everything that's going on in the market. So I have a trade in hand running, and of course in the next 5 minutes I'll be explaining why I take this trade, so you can learn and also apply the same when you trade. So let us wait. So guys, right here we have few seconds before the end of the trade. We have less than 6 seconds now. We have 4, 3, 2, 1, and you can see, guys, it is a beautiful direct victory, as you all can see. So let me quickly walk you through the whole setup, why I place this trade, because that's what is even more important, so you can learn and also apply the same when you trade. When we came into the chart, we had the initial plan of placing our trade at the breakout of this very trend line. So we understood that the market is moving on an uptrend. Buyers are strong. That means that we should be trading only buy trades. All right. So we also saw that the market is also creating healthy candles, which means that there is a lot of pressure in the market, and we want that can help us, because we want price to move very quickly when we enter our trade. So seeing that these candles are healthy is also a sign that we can also potentially enter a trade in the future. So I also saw that we were having a very healthy retracement phase, which means that the sellers are in for a while and they are moving the price a little bit up below. So that is also a good sign for us to also consider when we trade the financial market, because price doesn't move in a straight line. Price has to move and rest, move and rest. So we have it right here, a rest phase, which is an opportunity to calculate and be able to enter a trade in the future. Now, the reason why we pay a close attention to, the retracement phases of any financial market is so that we can track the pullbacks or track the rest phase of the market, because price doesn't just move in a straight line. Price rises and fall at a time. All right. So now, having identified that, next we did was to draw this trend line on this very resistance level, so that we can monitor what sellers are doing. When they lose power or lose potential, we can join the buyers for price to move up, because overall the buyers are stronger. So I drew this trend line. Now I had to wait for a breakout. Now the breakout came, but it was not a positive breakout. It came with a lot of rejections on the resistance level. I refuse to place a trade here, and I've advised you guys, and don't place a trade when you have a rejection on a breakout like this. You want to have a full breakout, a full body candle that has no rejections on the upper side. You can have rejections below, but not have rejections on the upper side. So I didn't place a trade, and this would have been a lost trade. You can see that even though this breakout came, price also fall below, and it was not, the market didn't rise. So price started to fall. Also, I was still waiting to eventually have the breakout so that I can place my trade in direction of the buyers for price to move up, but the price aggressively moved down. All right. When price came back, this right here is serving to us as a previous support. It is also an opportunity to trade. Remember that if price is moving in the direction of the buyers, the areas where buyers are usually strong is the support levels. Buyers are strong in support. So if price comes to a support level, we can trust that buyers can step in and price can move up. So here, being a strong buyer zone, I want to see how price reacts. Now, this is why, price action is it's very, very interesting. Now, price action gives you the privilege to be able to see what can happen, not trading because of sentiment and emotions. Now, I wouldn't be placing the trade simply because price has came to a support. There are other things that I have to watch out for, right? I have to see how price reacts to the area, and the only way to see how price is reacting to any certain area in the market is through the knowledge of price action. So when price came here, I saw how this very candle closes. This very candle closes strongly in direction of the buyers, signaling to us that the buyers are very much present. This right here is a hammer. So this is the entry. This is the entry trigger that I needed to have. So when price immediately closed right here, I took my trade, and of course, it was a beautiful win in the end. Okay, so this is all. I hope you've learned something and you can apply. Price action skill doesn't come overnight. You have to practice and practice and practice, and eventually it gets better. And as you get better, you start to make money as a result of that. All right. So if you find value here, make sure to hit the like button. Also, make sure to subscribe, turn on the bell icon so you don't miss out on any of our important live operations that will be coming up in the future. I'll see you guys in the next one. Then keep trading, keep working hard, and have a good day.